Hi guys, so today is a food day basically. We have loads of bookings to go eat. We're starting off at Cafe Du Monde this morning. Look, just putting the sun cream on. Starting off at Cafe Du Monde, so I need to go to the streetcars and grab one of those. Also, just to mention, we've moved room again. So this is our third room of this trip.
Woo!
And to be fair, right, it's still not the best, but it's clean.
It's clean, yeah.
So
yeah, so like there's still like
issues,
broken stuff. Like the shower doesn't really work.
The sink is wobbly.
Yeah, but and you know there's all sorts of issues with like the furniture and things like that. But it's actually clean.
The bed's clean and everything. So
yeah, that's
a better start.
Yeah, we're not gonna move again.
No. So just a reminder, if you're coming to Cafe Du Monde, it is cash only. Right, chicory coffee, here we go.
It's nice. Tastes like just kind of tastes like a dark roast coffee, really. I think the chicory really does too much to it. Yeah, just really kind of tastes like a black coffee to me.
Nice, you want to try beignet?
Try a beignet.
We bamboozled ourselves and ended up getting 2 of everything, not by choice.
Yeah, also as well, I thought this would come in like a little box. I would have preferred it in a box or a bag.
It's because we're sitting in.
On a plate. Heavier and doughier, denser than some other beignets I've had. The sugar's great, big fan of it. It does taste delicious, especially hot off the fryer. So yeah, I really do like them.
I really like that. Like, that's the best coffee we've had since we got here. It's kind of like a dark roast, and usually that's too much for me, but actually I really enjoyed it. Definitely a lot denser. But it's still really good. It is different. The powdered sugar I feel like really makes it, and you need to be hot as well after we eat this cold. So we've just been to Cafe Du Monde. It's a nice place. It's very loud. You get a lot of buskers in New Orleans, so it's not really a place you can go and sit and like have a catch up with your friends. It's literally you're there to eat the beignets, drink your coffee, get out. Yeah. They also bring you the bill as soon as you got your stuff. So you order, and then they bring you it, and then they bring you the bill, and they're like, right, there you go. And like that's something we found with not just here but like in Orlando as well, is like we feel like we're being rushed all the time, like we're not allowed to sit and enjoy our food or our drinks, and they're always like, take your time, but then they come up and ask you if you're leaving like 100 times.
Yeah, like, you're leaving yet, you're leaving yet, you're leaving yet, you're leaving yet. And it's like we've not even, I thought the restaurant last night, we didn't even
get to finish
our drinks, or we hadn't even started our drinks. We had just literally, I had taken the...
You weren't even finished your food when she came over.
I wasn't even finished my food, no, that's true.
You were silly, and she was like, here's takeaway cups.
She went, here's takeaway cups, here's the bill, no rush.
And it's like, ugh.
I was like, that's...
so annoying.
Like, I hadn't been in there for 15 minutes.
Because that was the thing that annoyed us as well, and so like we gave a tip, like so the receipt didn't have any tip on it, so usually in America they've got like suggested tip, so we didn't have any on it, so we gave 10%, which is more than what she deserved, to be honest.
Yeah.
And she was like, here's your change. And I was just like, what's with the attitude? Like,
yeah.
She was lucky I didn't turn around and go, oh thanks, because I would have, but I don't want people to think badly. Yeah. But yeah, no, she didn't really do anything either. Like, the service wasn't good. It was just, hi, what can I get you? Okay, here's your food. Here's your bill and leave. Like, that was, it was not a good vibe, but it was such good food, so.
It was, the food was great.
It's annoying. Yeah. But that's what it is. So we're going to wander just now, because we're going to go get a muffaletta around 10 o'clock-ish. It's currently 8:30. Because we don't want to go too early, because we don't want to stuff ourselves and make ourselves sick.
Yeah, not to get us wrong, obviously, like, Cafe Du Monde's good if you want to like sit and listen to the jazz music and relax. It's obviously just not a place that you would like sit and chat kind of thing. You know, you get the atmosphere and the music from the buskers, and you eat your beignet, and then you kind of have to be on your way.
So I think we found our favourite coffee shop, PJ's Coffee. This is our second time this trip. The staff are just so nice. The cold brew is actually amazing. Today we also got a peach tea, basically, peach iced tea. They give you the water with ice. The staff are just lovely. It's just so good, and you're just right in the middle of the French Quarter. So like, you're near the markets, you're near all the shops, you're near all the food places. So it's definitely our fave, and they have free Wi-Fi, they have a toilet,
Ports for charging.
Ports for charging. It's a rare thing to come by, but if you're here, visit PJ's Coffee, because it's very good. Trying a muffaletta.
I'm going to try it, but already I can see there's a lot of olive oil on this. And what's good though, there's some cheese, deli meat, and then there is that kind of
olive salad.
Olive salad thing on top. Oh well, what's it? It's good.
Good.
It's good.
We were a wee bit worried because they're not made fresh, because a hurricane basically took out their place, so they're having to work out of the next door shop.
Yeah, so they're just gonna leave in the muffaletta packaged up with
in their fridge.
With the liquor store next door. Really nice. It's a great kind of deli sandwich. Reminds a lot of the Italian sandwich we actually had in
the airport.
Texas.
Nice.
A little bit better, more elevated. You know, it's a great interaction. All the ingredients just blend so well together, and the perfect balance. The olive oil's great, the olive salad's great, the various meats, cheese, it all just goes so well together. It's hard for me to even just continue talking and not just want to eat some more of it. Seasoned perfectly, of course.
That is amazing. the fact that it's not even fresh and it's so full of flavour is amazing. The olive salad sort of dressing top thing really makes it. It's honestly, and I'm not a big olive fan, like I don't mind olives, but they're not my favourite. And I think they really make it what it is. Look at all that meat and cheese. It's $18 and I really want to be like, it's not worth $18, it's good. It's so good. And I do think you should get it. We only got a half because of how massive this is. This is a quarter, do you know what I mean? So good, so big, so worth your money. So after our coffee and PJs, or iced tea in my case, we're just sitting in Jacksonville Park?
Jackson Park.
Jackson Park. It was, you know that way, it was like, it's too warm outside, so then we went inside, but then we were sitting in the aircon for too long,
yeah.
So then it got too cold, so then we're back outside. We got our first junkie asking about our shoes.
Yeah, there's this like famous scam in New Orleans that all the videos kind of tell you about, and it's that like, if like a crackhead comes up to you and says, I bet I know where you got your shoes from, you're not to
just
engage with it, because obviously if they'll make a thing and say, you got them right here in this street, and then they'll be like, right, give me one, and you lost a bit. Now the thing is I think that's quite funny to say that, like that advice, because I feel like that advice is really obvious, especially as like a Scottish person, because we have junkies, so many junkies. That we just know not to engage. And to be honest with you, when the guy came up and said it, I hadn't a Scooby what he'd said until afterwards, because one, he's obviously a crackhead, and then second, the accent, so it just sounded like
we just knew to avoid.
Yeah, I just knew, yeah, we knew to avoid it before we even said anything.
Yeah, so we're just kind of sitting about. We've got a reservation at Brennan's to get the original bananas Foster.
Yes.
So we're just waiting, we're just chilling out, to be honest. We've got the music from the live street performers from Cafe Du Monde across the road. So Cafe Du Monde is a straight line walk from our favourite PJs. So if you go to Cafe Du Monde, you should go to PJs. Just saying. It's very worth it. But yeah, no, we're just enjoying our time just sitting here. We've got quite a while. So yeah. Something else I feel like is important to keep in mind is there's actually not a lot of places with Wi-Fi in New Orleans, we've found. Because I feel like when we were in Orlando, you could get it anywhere, whereas here I feel like you can only get it in CVS, you can get it in good old PJs, and like a couple other places. Also a lot of places it is password protected, so you have to actually physically ask like the staff for the password. That's obviously so that people outside aren't using it. But a lot of the places the Wi-Fi is not that strong anyway, so like we were in the Vampire Cafe last night and trying to get the guest Wi-Fi was really difficult. You had to like all over the place with your phone,
yeah,
to eventually get it.
Which like isn't a concern if you're an American and you're just using your regular phone plan.
Whereas like it's too expensive for us to use our phone plan. Like yeah. I know that mine for a tiny bit of data for the one day was about £30, and I'm just not willing to pay that. Yeah,
the rates of what we have to pay, as obviously British people on British phone contracts, what we have to pay to use the American network is so much more expensive, so it's not worthwhile. So it's been a bit of a problem for us, because we've kind of been walking around blind, because we obviously don't know the city, and then we like can't navigate because we can't do like Google Maps and stuff like that.
And it's been difficult when it comes to transport as well, because we don't know what transport to get.
Well, that's the thing, we don't know what like bus numbers to look up, or where the stations are for the buses and streetcars, because we need internet access to get it. And this obviously isn't a concern if you're someone that's on an American phone plan,
or willing to pay,
or willing to make the payment.
That isn't a cutting noise also. There's constantly fire engines, ambulances, police, like all over the place here.
Yeah, so I think some of our kind of more like negative experiences could be chalked up to a lot of it is that like we don't have internet to help us like get about, so then it means that we're kind of milling around the streets longer looking lost. So we kind of, you know, we've had some kind of dodgy people come up to us, or like we've had kind of more you know, kind of concerning things or more stressful times with stuff, because we just don't have that ready, easy, solvable access with what you do with internet, you know.
Would you like to help me?
Yeah.
I'm going to add some flavor for here. You can add it wherever you like. You're going to sugar. Yeah, of course. What's your name? Abby. Go ahead, Abby. Add your love and banana liqueur. Thank you so much. We'll give Abby a round of applause. Thank you. So, as I mentioned before, Brennan's is did originate here at Brennan's back in 1952. Brennan's was existing back on Bourbon Street as Brennan's Boucherie. Back on Bourbon Street was a little bit different than it is now, a little bit more of an elegant affair. So same bouncers, different venues. There is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Richard Foster who had received a big promotion with a dear friend of Mr. Owen Brennan, and Mr. Brennan wanted to go have a really big party. So he asked his general manager at the time, Miss Ellen Brennan, if she could come up with a dessert in Mr. Foster's honor for him and 150 of his guests later on that evening. So she didn't really have a ton of time, but she knew, you know, her mother had this classic made for them for breakfast all the time. She figured this is super easy. Not only do we have bananas readily available, but the rest of the ingredients you can find in pretty much any kitchen. To make it extra special, she knew the anchovies was doing the baked Alaskan. She figured, awesome, we can go ahead and just flambé these tableside, adding that really special element to what would otherwise be a very simple service. So lastly, she just needed something to serve the bananas with. Traditionally, they serve with French toast or soft-scrambled eggs, and that really wasn't going to work for a dinner party. So she figured ice cream and would pair well and, you know, easily accessible. So the only trouble was she knew her brother hated this stuff, so she kind of had to be tricky about it, you know. But what's sweeter than a little bit of sibling rivalry, right? So I'm about to flambe. If you'd like to take a photo, it looks great in slow motion. Okay. Pardon the interruption. I'm about to flambe right next to you. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So everyone opens their eyes, and then they realize the ice cream in Owen's face goes white. He pulls his sister's bashed Manny to know how she could have the audacity to serve such a treat in his dining room. To which, of course, Ella simply responds, relax, Owen. She says, I know you're unhappy. She's like, but if you look out there, you're going to see 150 incredibly happy people eating something as simple as bananas and ice cream in your dining room. So I think this is going to be a really big deal. She wasn't wrong. Within a few days, people were lining up outside, not even sure what they're asking for. Just being told that something with bananas had been served at Mr. Foster's party, and they had to try it. Within a few weeks, due to high demand, we put it on the menu and have served 150 to 200 servings every day since then. I've worked here just over a year, and I can confess that that's true. There we are. Just a little fun fact for you. This building was the first bank of Louisiana after the Louisiana Purchase. She had many phases over the last 300 years and has survived 3 fires, only one of which was from Banana Foster. So I think we're doing okay, right? Well, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for coming and checking.
I didn't expect that. And obviously I'm not a banana person, but that's sauce. And there's literally just like what, butter and sugar? That is amazing. The storytelling is absolutely brilliant as well, like hearing the original story and how it was originally made is just 10 out of 10.
That is delicious. That's honestly incredible. Just all the flavour here really well. perfect. It's just worth it. It's worth it for the storytelling and for the live cooking as well. I think that's really part of the deal. So yeah, I definitely recommend. After Brennan's, obviously we had a little lunchtime treat there. We decided to get something before our dinner reservation that was a little bit later on in the day. So we hit up Napoleon House, 1 for some drinks, and 2 to try a famous snack.
Yep, the red beans. We hadn't had those yet. Those were one of the only things we hadn't tried. And it came as a side in Napoleon, so it wasn't that expensive. So we thought, why not just go for it?
And we didn't want to commit to something big before dinner.
Tastes like, but it's really good. It's nice and savoury, which I love, and because it's served with some spring onions, that gives it a nice freshness that it really needs. No, that's good. I enjoy it. Now I see how people can eat a whole plate full of this.
That's really good. It reminds me a lot like refried beans.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I feel like it tastes like, yeah.
Really savoury. Very nice. It's one of those things that it's not got too complex of a profile, but it's something that you could just keep eating, just like continuously.
100.
Yeah, really strong savoury taste off of it. Real kind of comfort food. I could just eat like a full plate of just that.
So we've seen online that Oceana's was super duper popular, especially for their oysters. So we booked a reservation a year in advance. They actually didn't believe that we were booking for it. They thought we'd made a mistake, but no, we had booked it in advance because we'd been told how busy it was. So we just went there for dinner and to try those oysters.
That bad boy down. Too well.
The smokiness is absolutely perfect. I could eat this all day. It's a good amount of spice, and you don't really taste the fish at all. Highly recommend. It's a shame we only got 6.
Okay, I don't really know what to expect with this one because I heard it's similar to like another dish. I think it's similar to gumbo. I'll just try it out. Make sure I get a nice wee bit of shrimp, crawfish. That's good. Essentially really similar to gumbo. A bit spicy though, which is good. Trying to get this off the thing, it's a struggle. It's really nice, really nice. All I really have to say is I've just got to echo what Abby said. Just word for word, really. It's really good.
Nice cheesy flavour as well.
Yeah, real kind of nice kind of hearty kind of flavour to it, you know.
Yeah. This definitely has more of a kick. I feel like the kick is like an aftertaste, so I feel like it's a nice smoky flavour and then bam, there's the spice, which I'm not mad at. I love spicy food. The seafood caramelly. The cake just tastes like cake you expect. Very good.
Okay, first impression, the appearance, it looks like a sticky toffee pudding to be honest. But I'll try it out. That's nice. I really like that. Sauce is fantastic. It is kind of like a sticky toffee pudding, but it's not as soft, spongy. It's a bit more chew. I kind of like that because it's like, I feel like you get more of it. It lasts longer, it's denser, it's chewier. But yeah, if you've had sticky toffee pudding, it's very similar.
So that clip kind of ended a little bit abruptly, as did our night.
Yeah, and I think you can see from my face there that something isn't quite right.
No. So we got, well, we didn't even get a message, that's an absolute lie. We found out that our flight was cancelled very last minute. Our flight for the next day to get us back to Orlando was just gone.
Yeah, so that morning we were meant to be flying back to Orlando. And we just then and there, Abby decided to check kind of mid-dinner, probably towards the end.
I wanted to check us in because you check in 24 hours
to check in
before.
for our flight. And she couldn't check in because the flight didn't exist anymore.
So we were in an absolute panic. We couldn't phone anyone because our phones didn't work in the US. Yep. So we had to go back to the hotels. We had to cut our night short, which was really sad because we were having a great time in Oceana.
We were starting to enjoy it. So I think we had this kind of negative thing in New Orleans a little bit because
the
hotel and our experience with Hopper. And we were like, I was about to just turn around to Abby and say, do you know what? I like it here. And as soon as that happened, we had the issue with the flight.
And we actually had to spend a lot of money to get us back.
Yeah, so the airline that we were flying with doesn't have customer support anymore. It only uses AI and emails. It doesn't have physical people that you can call anymore. So that was a bit of a problem.
And because it was in America when we got back, we tried to claim for it. But because it was an American airline and because we booked it straight through the American airline, we couldn't get any money back. So
then we had to basically burst like $150 each. To fly back to to Orlando the next day.
And we had to get back. We had other plans booked for the air that we just couldn't miss. So it was stressful, so that is why. So if you feel sorry for us, give us a like, comment down below if you've tried any famous New Orleans
and
food.
Comment down below what our biggest mistakes were.
And subscribe to the channel. We have one more New Orleans video coming next week, so make sure you put the notification bell on as well so that you get informed when that goes up, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.